So last night was very frustrating because first I had a really good dream, and then I woke up and I couldn't fall back to sleep. And then when I finally fell back to sleep, I had a nightmare. Then I woke up, I'm like, maybe if I think happy thoughts, maybe I won't think about it. Went back to sleep, and the nightmare continued, and that happened again. And then finally I woke up and I was, no, I'm gonna stay awake. So, at first I don't know why. I'm just one of those people that can. I don't know. I'm not 100% 100% accurate about it, but I can kind of decode dreams in a way. And when I woke up, I was thinking about it, and well, one thing's for sure that my fears are definitely getting to me at this time of my life. Um, the dream started out with me meeting up with a group of my friends with my boyfriend, and they're like, "Well, do you want to go out in the woods?" There's like we have like a basketball court or something like that out there. I can't really remember the first part because I was just really confused about because they were my friends in my dream, but I didn't know them in real life, so it was just kind of weird. My dog has to go bug my cat because my cat's playing. Oh, you want to play? I'll play. I'll play. Let's play. I can't. My laptop is low. I'm sorry if I'm blinding white. Maybe I should. Oh, that's fine. There we go. Maybe that works. Maybe I'm not. God, light makes me feel so pale. Anywho, um, well, my boyfriend's like, well, I'll meet you up there. And I had to pass a train track to get there, and then you go out to the woods, and you see this big, huge overpass, and then if you go, and you can see there's woods, but it's like all cleared out, but then you have to pass like through a couple of trees, and then that's where they were. And, I don't know, I'm talking my hands, you can't see my hands. But, so for some reason, I had to carry all my stuff. But it wasn't in bags or anything. Like, I had, like, a pile of clothes and books and my laptop, like, a bunch of random stuff. And so, before I can even get there, I got, like, past the train track and I had to stop. And so, and then finally, everyone is like, I guess I've been trying to do that for the past, like, 3 hours or something like that. And then finally, they're just done. And they came back. My boyfriend's standing there looking at me, and he has this really guilty look on his face. And I was like, what you guys do over there? Nothing. Of course, if they say nothing multiple times, they did something. And so I was like, did you break one of your promises to me? Did you? And then he just kind of like looked down and didn't say anything. I got so pissed off. I was just like, oh my god, out of all the things, like, because he's only promised like 3 things to me that he wouldn't do. It's, I promised things to him, he promised things to me. Don't break them, that's good enough. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you lying to me. I'm sick of you breaking my promises. We're over. We're done. No, we're just done. And so, and then it goes to us in like a bunch of, like, in a car or something, carpooling, and I'm just in there yelling at him, just going, give it to him, yelling at him, just, and of course making everyone else feel awkward, but they didn't really care, because they should be used to it by now. And finally we get to like a college parking lot, and they had to pick up the rest of their friends or get rides from, but it was like a couple of cities away from where I live. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna walk like 3 hours. Like it's like an hour drive. It's gonna take me about 3 or 5 hours just to walk, and I'm not hitchhiking. And so, as my one friend, they're like, can you give me a ride home? Because I know she lives not exactly like close to where I live, but she lives in the town I live in. And she's like, yeah, sure. Because I just asked for a ride, and then like, I was like, wait, where are you going? And she goes, oh, just a couple blocks down to go see my boyfriend. I'm like, oh, well, I need to, go back home. She goes, oh, I'm not going back home until like another month or so. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I had to make the awkward request to go ask my boyfriend, who is my ex in my dream, for a ride, which is probably like the dickish thing like you'd ever do. Like, hey, I just broke up with you. Can you give me a ride? Yeah, I don't have any money for gas either, so you're gonna screw it up with that. And that's one of the reasons why I love this boy so much. Is even though he was really, really mad at me for, yelling at him, cussing him out, and breaking up with him, he's just like, yeah, okay. I'm like, yes. And so, I get back into town, and, for some reason, we just go straight back to his house. I'm like, okay, makes sense, since, it was like an hour drive, don't want to drive like another 15 minutes to my house. But, and so, we're at his house, and his parents are sitting there, and, me and my boyfriend felt really awkward because, like, only the friends that were there knew about it, and his parents didn't know, and they're probably, like, me and my boyfriend, we're the couple, we're called the high school couple, because we break up, and then get back together, break up, get back together. This is probably, like, our 4th time we're back together, so, but, yeah, so finally he goes upstairs, and I'm like, okay, this is my time to go talk to him in private, because I was like, I get so mad at him. I'm like, okay, if you're just not even gonna care about me more, we're done. And then I like sit there for like an hour, and I'm like, oh man, I really messed up. I want to be back with this kid. Yeah, that's teenage love right there. I hate it so much. I hate it. And so I go and ask him. I'm like, well, are you gonna take me back home, or are you gonna just wait till tomorrow, or what? And he goes, I don't know, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't care, it's up to you, really. And Chrissy smiles, and he goes, so we're going back to this? Really? We're going back to this. And then he goes to start to hug me, and then I wake up. I'm like, dang it, you could at least let me finish to see if we got back together or not. But of course, it's not real life. So I sat there and thought about it, and I decoded my whole dream, just not the whole thing, but me carrying my stuff. While everyone else goes hangs out, and me trying to go over the train track. Train track usually means like some location in your life, like you're going somewhere in your life, and if you cross it, that means either you can go on a train or you can cross the train track, and it means that you are to a different point in your life, which makes sense because I'm pregnant. So, and then me carrying all my stuff means that I worry about everything. I cling to many things. I'm a cleaner. And because of that, I missed out on hanging out with my friends. And then the whole him being guilty thing, I have anxiety, and since I'm pregnant, I can't take any of my medication. So it's like peaked really bad, and this makes me really, really paranoid. So I keep bugging him and asking all these questions, and I'm just waiting for him just to get so mad that he's just like, whatever, I don't care anymore. And me going back to his house and him asking, like, am I gonna stay here, or am I gonna go home? It's pretty much me asking, like, are we gonna get back together, or, are we gonna get back together, or are you gonna take me back home and we're not gonna get back together again? And, of course, him saying, do you really have to ask that? And then him about to hug me pretty much means that even if we break up, we're still probably gonna get back together. There's a good chance. Because last time we broke up, we tried to be friends, and it didn't work out very well. It didn't. We couldn't. Nope. it didn't work out. So, if you have any dreams that you can't really figure out, like, the weird ones, like I used to have dreams about, big huge spiders taking over the world and stuff. I pretty much decode that. It's pretty much your biggest fears happening, like the world's ending or something like that. If you have a weird dream, you don't know what it means, but you want to know what it means, even if it's, like, preposterous or just, seems really realistic that you wake up crying because you don't know if it was real or not, go ahead, send me a message, leave a comment, and I will try to decode it for you the best I can. Well, that's all for today.